Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the second video in this playlist for this year. This year we're going to talk a little bit about various things. This one happens to be another quick tip, fairly quick tip on how we deal with keeping the water from getting under our new luxury vinyl plank, our waterproof luxury vinyl plank, to try to keep the water from getting under that way. Now, let me find this. Okay, if I get this up here, I'm going to have to point to it with a different finger if I can get it up there close. Okay, you see this? Let me pull this back in this way. They're showing to put like a little piece of foam in at the edge of your plank in both cases. Up here where it's your quarter round with the back cut off, and then right there in between the wall and the floor at that point. So it'd be just a little piece of foam rope, and it does say caulk in on top of that foam rope. So it looks like they're just using the foam to take up the place of most of that caulk. It looks like I'm getting a Snapchat filter on my face. I'm getting all warm and fuzzy. So why don't we just go ahead and cut to this video clip so we can see how I handled it.
Well, I've got the valve replaced, and it is silicone underneath the escutcheon plate. This one is plastic. I prefer plastic on the ground in a bathroom or a kitchen, something like that. Any place that you're going to be mopping and, getting cleaners on, especially around the toilet, because we tend to use more aggressive stuff around our potties. And I've got the floor down, and if you'll notice, we did the silicone around the edge before we put the molding back. And the idea there is if anything does leak, it will not get under the floor. Now we have a typical flange, toilet flange. We've got our Johnny bolts out, or flange bolts if you prefer, and we're silicone around that just to be sure that we have the same conditions. We might do that. So we're gonna trim out, and then we'll set the new water closet.
Now, I will point out this, you can also buy, if you don't like just siliconing the whole gap, which is always an option, it just takes a couple more dollars worth of tubes. I like to go around a toilet, around a water closet in the immediate area, where if I were to have a toilet spillover or something like that, then I'd be able to get to it and clean it up before it went all the way across the other end of the room. So I may not seal up around the other side. It depends on the size of the room and how far away I am from the water source. I'm not going to be wet mopping with one of those 1940 string mops where I slop out and I use a gallon or two of water. I Swiffer. But it is a possibility my toilet might overflow at some point in time. I don't know. Just might. So this is how I do it. I just silicone around the perimeter in that, and I just use regular quarter round. But they do make a special product. Take a look at this price. This is from Lowe's, and when I look it up online, it is less than 8 feet. So it's $22, give or take, for 8 feet of that. You can figure out how much it would cost to buy a quarter round that had a gasket on it that would maybe fit down in that little hole. And unfortunately, if you ever laid the floor, you don't get them perfectly exactly the same level. There's some ones that are a little close and some maybe a little far away, and so it's uneven like that. It's really hard to get them perfect. On the one wall, it's okay to get them perfect, the ones that you have the spacers on, but the other wall gets a little bit more difficult as you feed them in to get them perfect. So anyway, that's the end of this particular quick tip. If you like this content, please go to calldeltosell.com, find the tab that says on YouTube, click it, and it'll open up a page of QR codes. There you can use a smartphone to scan and get to the YouTube page, or you can just mouse over and click it on a PC. There you'll be able to subscribe to this little button over here and click the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you. Thank you.